Lord, I know I'm living wrong, but I'm grown, trying to get it on my own, all alone before I'm gone. Yeah, I know I'm hard as stone, but the pain.
My name's Zelfa, recognized, not one but two Z's, and I got with me.
It's your boy Prophet, man.
How you doing today?
I'm doing good. I'm living, man.
So, what made you come up with your stage name?
Shit, just in the streets, man. Early, that's all I was about, was making a profit for real.
So, what artists have influenced you on starting doing music?
I grew up listening to Pac, Biggie, the whole Rockefeller, like that whole era, G on it. Like, I always had a way with words. I always played around with the music or whatever, but they was my real big influences, though, especially Pac, though. Pac and Biggie.
So, who you think number one, Pac or Biggie?
That's arguable, man. Me personally, I go with Pac just because of his message and what he stood for, and he was like a revolutionary person, man. Like he really was about something. But Biggie, like lyrically, I think he had a little bit of edge on Pac though, because he had that New York and then his whole swag and everything. But just overall, music-wise, I have to go with Pac though.
So, how long have you been doing music for?
My whole life, for real. Like I say, I always play with it, though. Always play with it. But I ain't really start taking it serious. Like, I played around with, like, songs, like, I want to say, like, 3 years ago. But I ain't really start taking it serious. I dropped my first mixtape this summer, actually. So probably, like, the past year or so, I've been taking it serious.
And what was your first mixtape name?
Well, my first, right now?
Yeah, right now.
Yeah, Loyalty Over Money. It dropped, like, July.
So, how did you come out with like the content, and what was your message for this mixtape?
Well, basically, man, it's in the title for real. Loyalty over money. A lot of people, they let money like rule them for real, for real. Yeah. But me personally, I feel like you gotta have loyalty first. That's the foundation. You know what I'm saying? Then the money go come. Mm-hmm. And then the concept of the music is me when I make my music, when I sit down or whatever, I like to talk about real life issues and everything that the person on the block or the person in school can relate to, though, because it's everyday situations.
Yeah, I feel what you're saying, man, because like you said, loyalty is everything, and in anything you do, it's really all about that trust and stuff like that. So, what was like your favorite song on there?
I'll say The World. The World, only because of the message in that song. I like all the songs personally, though, but The World because of the message, though.
Okay, so would you call yourself a lyricist, or are you a trap rapper?
I'm a lyricist.
Yeah, that's pretty good, man. I feel like the game is kind of sleeping on lyricists, for real. So what is your goal to make people wake up and stop sleeping on lyricists?
To just me personally, because I know, yeah, like you're right, man, the game's sleeping on lyricists, but my goal, though, man, to put real life situations behind lyrics that'll make you appreciate the lyrics in the situation. So that's my whole goal with it.
Do you think being a lyricist is like hard for like the new generation to understand? Because I know like some songs you gotta like, you might not know the message until you play it over and over to understand, you know what I'm saying? Our generation is kind of, I'm gonna say kind of slow a little bit. They like that easy stuff they can understand quick.
They like the beat. They like
the
beat.
So do you think that's what it is? Like,
yeah, that's what it is though. Like, we live in the turn up generation for real, for real. That's all everybody really concerned about, which is cool though, 'cause we all young, we all living. Yeah, enjoy your life, but it's more than life than just turning up. Yeah. So that's how I feel about that. And that's how I approach and make my music.
So about your new mixtape, what's coming out? When is it? When is the release date, and what's the title?
I ain't got a specific release date, but it will release like early 2016 in a title Rare Breed.
So what's the message behind that one?
I feel like, and this might sound corny or whatever, but I really feel like I'm the last of a dying breed, how we was just talking about how this generation is and it's kind of slow. I'm really bringing back like that early 2000, late 90s hip hop, like when it's really like, yeah, I can really get down on the bars and I can spit with whoever, but it's real life situations that's happening. So that's what I really want to do with my music, and that's what really Rare Breed is about, because I feel like right now in music, it's really rare to hear. I mean, you got a couple of them, like you got your Coles, you got your Kendricks, but 75% of the music all sound the same.
True.
So me, I feel like what I'm doing with my music and how I'm approaching it is rare in this generation.
Yeah, that's pretty good because I feel like we do need like, meaning with meaning. I mean, music with meaning. Just because it's just like sometimes people be going through things and a song can uplift them. You know what I'm saying? It can like how a trap song can turn you up, but a song can actually motivate you. That's why people like Tupac and Biggie and stuff like that, Nas and all the legendary rappers. So for the artists, man, I think it's time to bring back content. Just because this music nowadays is not making sense. I mean, it's more like basically like if you go to the club and you drunk and that chicken, going to the club, some food tastes good when you drunk. Everything tastes good for real. So basically what I'm trying to say is when you drunk, that beat might turn you up, man. It's just, like, dang, this is my song. But then you hear it when you sober, it's like, what the fuck was I listening to? Because Lil Wayne, he do that a lot, you know what I'm saying? He got bars, but it's just like, what did he say? Right. Or even Young Thug. Do you think Young Thug messed up the music culture?
I won't specifically just blame it on him because it was before him for real, but he a part of it. I won't not even say that though, cause I think he unique and he do make good music or whatever. Like you just gotta pick through it, but that's how music is these days. You really gotta pick through what you like, cause it's just so much. You gotta listen to like out of 10 songs, 7 of them, everybody might sound the same. It might be 10 different artists, but they all sound the same. With me, I try to be unique with my situations because I feel like I'm my own individual at the end of the day, so I can't make a song like you because me and you different. Yeah. We might be from the same part, we might be from the same area or whatever, but we individuals. We look at life 2 different completely ways, so that's how I do my music. I do my music how I feel and how I get to express myself or whatever. So I won't just point out Thug and say he messed the music up, but yeah, this music these days is just more, it ain't no content like you said. Yeah. It's just really drugs and turn up.
So, about your hurdles, man. What hurdles motivate you to put content in your music and actually express to the people on like your life story and stuff like that? Because I know we was talking about you got a college degree, but you know what I'm saying, you was a street guy and stuff like that. So, explain your story to the people who's watching.
Yeah, and that's how I make my music too. I tell my story in the music. But yeah, like, I've got your everyday story, man. I grew up in poverty, like 70% of us in this city, for real, 90% of the community. And like, I did go to school, you get a job, you live a happy life. I took that route. After I got my college degree, it wasn't like that. That's when the job market crashed and all that. And it was like, is you about to sit on your ass and wait for this, or you about to go out and get it? And that's how it really is. That's how my situation was. And you can hear that in my music or whatever. So that's why I say the dude on the block can relate to my music and the dude in school, because, you know what I'm saying, I did both. So that's how it was. That's
a great story, man, because I know going in high school, they say go to college and stuff like that, but it's just like, you get that degree, sometimes that job, you got a degree and it's just not hiring right now. And it's just like what you did, it was either be broke or go out and get it. So, I mean, I understand, man, you got to do what you got to do. That's really good because, like I said, 2 years ago, I was laying on the floor. I had no job, I had no goals, I had nothing. One day I seen a pencil and it said, believe you can and you will. Ever since I picked up that pencil, man, I just stuck with it. So, like anything with music or anything you do, you definitely gotta be consistent. You gotta believe in yourself. Just because people ain't gonna believe in you until you like make big moves, so they like, dang, this dude is really doing it. But they don't realize the little moves you making is big moves. You know what I'm saying?
Every move counts. Every move counts. And that's what I try to do. I try to network with different people, producers, artists. I reached out to y'all. Like, I just be trying to network, man, because I feel like you really got to do that, and you got to invest in yourself. So that's what I be really doing, for real.
Yeah, so about your new mixtape, so what features you got on there? Is it just you on there?
It's just me, man. I got a couple camp features or whatever, though. And I'm really on this one, I just really focused on my story though. And I focused on like working with like the producers I've been working on and working with, I should say, like Ted Starks, Los, Retro Dion, them local Cleveland producers or whatever, but they really helped me with this mixtape or whatever. But this mixtape, Rare Breed, man, I think everybody gonna feel this one because it's real life. It ain't, I mean, yeah, I could talk about the trap and this, but I can also talk about, I've been broken and couldn't re-up and was looking how I was gonna pay the rent, how I was gonna, you know what I'm saying? I done been through all that. I done had my ups and downs. So that's what this Rare Breed about. I'm really trying to tell my story or whatever, the way I only can.
So, man, you said you going to Vegas, man. That's pretty good. So, do you plan on taking your music out there and trying to, network and get your music and perform and meet different artists and different stuff like that?
Oh yeah, for sure. That's what that ain't the main reason why I'm going out there, but of course I'm going out there to network because I feel like another thing with music, it's so much music these days. You can literally get on your phone and hear thousands of artists. It's everybody doing it. So I feel like I'm different and I'm rare and so I really gotta go city to city and hand my shit out for real to get like different cultures or whatever, like listening to my shit though. So that's definitely what I'm doing. As soon as I touch down, I'm not even touched down and I'm already networking though, already setting up shit. So when I get there, so definitely.
Man, that's pretty good, man. I mean, you got to do what you got to do because, it's a lot of talent in Cleveland. But one thing will hold people back is they don't try to travel. You know what I'm saying? And it's more out of the city and it's a lot of stuff. Even going to Columbus is like another new world. Yeah. It's like, dang, it's crazy. So, man, that's good on what you're doing, man. And you're going to make it. Just keep doing what you're doing and, and being consistent and believing. So, do you got any shout outs you want to give out to?
Oh, yeah, definitely, man. Like I say, I've been working with some producers. So, shout out Ted Stark, shout out Los, Retro Dion, Go, Frequency. And I want to shout out them because they really helped me, bring my vision to life with the mixtape, the direction I was trying to go, because we did music, like I say, we've been playing around with it, so they kind of know my direction. So yeah, shout out to them for sure, man.
All right, it's on, man. It's recognized.